2-1 offering from Sukata. Swung on, beaten towards shortstop. Could be two. The throw is to second for one. Throw to first is not in time. So Barney able to reach base on the fielder's choice. Put out at second. 6-4 is Sanishi. And now Riley Newbold will come to the plate with a runner on first. And Barr grounded into a fielder's choice back in the second. And now the first pitch to Newbold will miss upstairs to count 1 ball and no strikes. Taryn Matthews waiting on deck. So the 1-0 pitch is on the way. Here's a check swing. Runner takes off. Throw down to second is not close. And it's going to go down as a stolen base for Barney, her 17th of the 2019 campaign. So in scoring position now is Barney. Newbold with a base hit could tie this ball game up for Big Bend. And the 1-1 pitch is going to be taken downstairs, and a throw back to second, and back standing up and not even looking at the ball is Barney. And Nisbet, quality defensive catcher. Olympic as a team did allow 52 stolen bases. And here's a ground ball toward the middle. It's going to be snagged out of the air by Sukata. She will flip onto first, and that will retire the side. So no runs come through, no hits in the inning, no errors, and a runner left on base. We have played 3 complete. Olympic still leads 1-0. Back in Spokane after this.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Baden, the official ball of you.
Top of the 4th inning we go now, as Olympic still leads by a score of 1-0. And due up this inning is going to be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Olympic. Vincent, Clark, and Nisbet. The first pitch to Vincent is swung on and driven to right field. That ball is way gone. Adios, pelota. And a 2-0 lead for the Olympic Rangers. It's their 3rd hit of the day, their 2nd home run, 2nd solo shot. And it's 2-0 Olympic here in the 4th inning. And home run number 7 of the 2019 campaign for Vincent gives Olympic a 2-0 lead. Christensen has been touched for 2 runs in the first 4. A little scoreboard issue now So the pitch on the way is a swing and a high pop-up that is drifting ever so lazily foul and out of play. And the count's 0-1. And that ball was absolutely demolished, like it was shot out of a flak cannon. And now an 0-1 count to Taylor Clark, who had a couple of home runs on the year. Her 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled off to the right, and the count goes 0-2. And Christensen on the year, ERA was sub-5. He's given up 2 here in the first 4 innings. So we have a 1-2 count here. She did allow 26 home runs over the course of the year and strikes out another with a good off-speed pitch. So one away here in the top of the 4th. That is strikeout number 5 for Christensen on the day so far. And she gave up a total of 94 earned runs on the year and misses outside with the first pitch to Shania Nesbitt. Nesbitt flew out to center field in her first trip to the plate today. And the 1-0 pitch misses upstairs, the count 2-0. And the next lowest ERA for the Vikings is Alyssa Ray. And that is a 7.12 marker. 3-0 the count now to Nesbitt, and Sukata waiting on deck. 3-0 pitch, right down Broadway, a called strike. The Vikings ready. There's a swing and a drive to left field. Back, warning track, wall, gone. Adios, pelota. Second home run of the inning. Third home run hit today by Olympic. And it's 3-0 in favor of OC. Boy, oh boy, 3-0 is your score now. All 3 runs coming via separate solo shots. And now a conversation in the circle that includes the infield of Big Bend. Boy, 3-1, you want to talk about giving in, throwing a perfect fastball right down the middle. And no hitter in the NWAC is going to pass that up. And Exhibit A right there, Nesbitt turns it into the 3rd home run hit today by the Rangers. It's going to bring up Sukata, the pitcher for Olympic. And her first offering is going to skip in the dirt. In fact, skipped on top of home plate to count 1 ball and no strikes. And Olympic, a very patient hitting team, over the course of the season drew 144 walks. And Sakata, fly ball in foul territory to the right side, and it's going to land. Nobody able to get to it. Goes down as a little bit of a longer strike. The count 1-1. So we take a look at the other games going on. The Edmonds Tritons have tied the Columbia Basin Hawks 2-2. Meanwhile, Spokane leads Mount Hood 5-3, and Wenatchee still leading Douglas 4-1. 1-1 pitch to Sukata, big wave and a miss at a good off-speed pitch, and the count 1-2. Boy, 1.5 miles ahead of that pitch was Sukata. Now finds herself in the hole 1-2. Christensen fires, swing and a miss, strike 3, another off-speed pitch. And that's the second time Sukata has gone down on strikes in this contest. So a couple of strikeouts for Christensen. And now Jamie Utt, the first baseman, will come to the plate. She grounded to short in her last at bat and takes ball one into the left-handed batter's box, 1-0. Lower Columbia College and Walla Walla Community College warming up in left and right field beyond the fence. The 1-0 pitch misses in the same location in the count 2-0. And there really is no slouch in this lineup for Olympic either. Utt with 4 home runs on the year. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. That off-speed pitch has just been devastating to this Olympic lineup in this half inning. So we'll see what Christensen comes back with. 2-1. Into her motion. It's an off-speed pitch that missed upstairs. So now 3-1. Again, a big mistake pitch on 3-1 thrown to Shania Nisbet, who turned it into the second home run of this inning. And now the 3-1 pitch will miss downstairs, ball 4. That's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, and that's Tommy Angelo Kukas. Kukas walked in the third inning. She's 0 for 0. And the pitch from Christensen, swung on, laser beam down the right field line. That's fair. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. On her way to third goes Utt, pulling into second and overrunning second base. The throw back is not in time. So nearly running themselves out of the inning is Olympic. Utt will wind up at third base. And with a double is Kukas. Boy, way to wait on that off-speed pitch and just shoot it right down to the first base line, out of reach of Hannah Reed. And now an RBI opportunity for Tasaki, who is 1 for 2 today. She had a bunt single just an inning ago, was later caught stealing. She's also popped out today. The opportunity for 2 more runs for Olympic, and the first pitch to her is a good fastball that just misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes, the count. And not the greatest of speed on the bases, according to the numbers, as the 1-0 pitch misses downstairs. Kukas did have 4 stolen bases. Utt, however, did not even attempt a stolen base this year. And now the 1-0 pitch to Tasaki. Upstairs 2-0. So Christensen in a little bit of trouble here with 2 outs. She was able to escape some similar trouble back in the third inning. And now the 3-0 pitch right down Broadway, called strike. So 3-1. Boy, a dangerous pitch if you are a pitcher. However, quality time to look to crush something at the plate, and she'll take another fastball down the middle. Well, I don't know what you're expecting to see, 3-1, but a fastball right down the middle will bring it to a full count, and now the payoff pitch from Christensen. On the way, here's a swing and a line drive, base hit into the right field. 1 run is in. They're going to hold the runner at third, so an RBI single for Tasaki, and it is now 4-0 in favor of Olympic. Well, they came into this inning with a 1-run lead and now have runners at the corners on the RBI single by Tasaki. And Alexandra Polino, who opened up the scoring effort for the Rangers, will come to the plate with 2 runners on. Pitch on the way. Here's a good off-speed pitch that catches the corner. The count 0-1. So top of the 4th inning. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Runner takes off from second. Throw goes into center field. A run is going to score. And Olympic leads 5-0 on the throwing error of Aubrey Barney. So they're going to credit Tasaki with a stolen base. And scoring on the error is Kukas. Boy, what an inning this has been for Olympic. And the 1-1 from Christensen. Swung on and beaten foul down the third baseline. Bringing the count to 1-2. Again, Christensen with some light at the end of this tunnel. 1-2 the count. Very good speed on second base in the form of Tasaki, who picked up her 31st stolen base out of 35 attempts. Pardon, 36 attempts. And the 1-2 outside, Tasaki with a very aggressive secondary lead at second base. It's the kind of lead where if the catcher elects a snap throw to second, it'd be more than easy for a runner of her caliber to take third. The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled straight back, and the count remains 2-2. Deuces are wild here in the top of inning number 4. 2-2, 2 away, and a runner on second. Polino is the 8th batter to hit in this inning for Olympic. And the 2-2 pitch, off speed, missing high and away, and the count runs full. Boy, if there were a time to try and get the runner in motion, this would be the pitch to do it. The catcher is going to be framing for good location. We'll see what they give. The 3-2 swung on and fouled straight back again. So 3-2, the count remains. Big Bend in their half of the 4th inning will have their 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. So they'll now play with a wider deficit. Payoff pitch, swung on. There's a flare toward first base, and putting it away will be Reed. And the side is mercifully retired, but not before 4 runs come through. And it happens on 4 hits in the inning, 1 error, and a runner left on base. We go to the home 4th, 5-0 in favor of Olympic.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
I chose Centralia College for a couple reasons. Financially, it was just the best option for me. Some colleges that will have people redshirting as a freshman, but you don't get to do that here. You go right into playing, developing your skills and your talents. You're gonna have fun and you're gonna learn a lot. My name is Britzy Hockett. I play softball at Centralia College and I go boldly.
Let's see, I graduated from high school in 2008, went to UW for a year, came back to Spokane. You know, graduated, wasn't really sure what I was going to do, so I headed to Spokane Falls. I feel like the energy in Spokane is evolving. Having a good, accessible college right here in town is a really important part of that. So I just started working at Helvetica, which is a local design firm. The Falls definitely prepared me for getting a good job right out of college.
My name is Morgan Lynch. This is my college, my community.
Home half of inning number 4 now as the Vikings now find themselves trailing by a 5-0 score. In an error bringing in a run, a couple of long balls, and a double as the first batter, Taryn Matthews, will hit one foul into the left side. So the count goes 0-1. Sukata back out for her 4th inning of work. Matthews on the day 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. Did so on a 0-2 pitch, just trying to fight it off and stay alive. Now the 0-1 from Sukata. Good fastball. Called strike in the count 0-2. It is Matthews, Williams, and Barg due up in the half inning for Big Bend. And the 0-2 pitch is a off-speed pitch. Doesn't even reach home plate. And the count 1-2. And Spokane also in good upset position. Currently leading Mount Hood 5-3. An upset position here for the Olympic College team as the throw across the diamond is in time to get Matthews. 5-3 on the putout. And Rangers in good position, upset position. I said before I was interrupted by the play. And due up now is going to be Courtney Williams, who drew a walk in her first plate appearance. And takes a fastball outside, the count 1-0. Again, home fourth. This game has gone by relatively quickly. And the 1-0 offering on the way. Good off-speed pitch, and it's a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 away. Williams hit .289 over the course of the 2019 campaign. And the 1-1, swinging a ground ball toward the middle, is going to be fielded by Sukata. A 1-3 put out, and there's 2 gone. So quick 2 outs here in the home fourth, and now Barg will come to the plate. Boy, this would be a huge momentum feel inning for Olympic after gaining all that momentum in the top half to set down the opponent 1-2-3. And the pitch on the way, ball downstairs. 1 ball and no strikes to count. And next broadcasted game features the Lower Columbia College Red Devils and the Walla Walla Warriors. Game slated to start at 3:30. It's the 1-0 pitch misses inside, bringing the count to 2-0. Again, Barg with 4 RBI on the year. Did not hit a home run. And Dakota Egbert waits on deck. 2-0 pitch. Downstairs as well. 3-0 the count. Meanwhile, the Edmonds Tritons now lead the Columbia Basin Hawks by a score of 5-2. Wenatchee still leading Douglas 4-1. 3-0 pitch. Called strike right down the middle. So 3-1. And Barg reached base on a fielder's choice in her last at-bat, in which Courtney Williams was put out at second. 3-1 pitch, called strike again, and the count runs full. Egbert followed by the top of the order for the Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it is going to be 3, 4, and 5 due up in the 5th. The payoff pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a ground ball toward third. Fielded cleanly by Clark. Throw across the first is in time. So 1, 2, 3 go the Vikings in the home fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. 4 complete and a 5-0 lead for Olympic.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more.
Top of inning number 5, a 5-0 lead for Olympic College. And they've got their 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. It'll be Nesbitt, Vincent, and Clark against Christensen. And the first pitch on the way, a fastball missing outside. The count 1 ball and no strikes. And Nesbitt 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out. And her 1-0 offering is going to be a called strike on the inner half of the plate. Count goes to 1-1. And Nesbitt with 6 home runs on the season. And the 1-1 pitch missing downstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. And waiting on deck is Natasha Vincent. 2-1 offering. Outside. And the count goes 3-1. Well, that's a quality pitch to miss with. Prefer that on a 2-strike count, though. Now you're working 3-1. The pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Base hit through the left side. And the Rangers are off and running here in inning number 5. It's going to bring up Natasha Vincent, who last inning had a solo home run to open things up. Now a runner on first for her here in the 5th. And now a little break as Nesbitt needs to tie her shoe. Updates from around the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex. The Edmonds Tritons now lead Columbia Basin 6-2. And Spokane leading Mount Hood 7-3. And Spokane, the 15 seed, leading the number 2 seed, Mount Hood. That is going to be a huge upset if they can keep that in trend. Meanwhile, an upset alert here too, possibly, as Olympic leads Big Bend 5-0. And a big swing and a miss by Vincent to knot up the count 1-1. Also another upset alert on field 3 as Wenatchee leads Douglas 4-1. The 1-1 offering from Christensen misses high and away, 2-1. And 1 for 2 with that home run. Vincent struck out swinging back in the first inning. And now Christensen's 2-1 on the way. Swing and a miss, a good off-speed pitch to knot the count up 2-2. And a leadoff single for Nesbitt. Now waiting at first base, Nesbitt stolen 11 bags on the air, and another off-speed pitch, a steady diet of off-speed pitch for Vincent. That's the second time she is fanned in this game. A look there at Christensen's had a respectable game thus far up until those mistakes that she made just an inning ago. The first offering missing upstairs to Clark. 1 away here in the top of inning number 5. Leadoff hitter Nesbitt still at first base. And the 1-0 on the way. Good fastball on the outside corner, called strike. And it will all come to a head on Monday as we'll have our championship matchup that day. There's a ground ball towards short. Could be 2. They go to second. No! As the ball will be lost, but not in transition. That is going to go down as an error. And it looks like it'll go down as an error on the second base. And that was a quality feed. So going to second on the E4 is Nesbitt. And reaching base on the E4 is Clark. And now Shania Nesbitt will get the opportunity to hit. Home run in her last at bat and takes a called strike at the knees. 0-1 the count. Nesbitt 1 for 2 with that home run. She flew out in the second. And her 0-1 offering is waved at and missed. That off-speed pitch has just been devastating from Christensen. In fact, all home runs that have been hit today have been on the fastball. So 0-2 the count. See if she can fan another. The 0-2 pitch, off-speed, grounded to the pitcher. They go to second for one. Throw to first is nowhere close. It goes over their head. So reaching first on the fielder's choice is going to be Nesbitt, put out at second. 1-6 style is Clark, and coming around to score on the errored throw is Michelle Nesbitt. So a little more cushion to the lead now. So the score is 6-0.
Batting now for the Rangers, number 35, Marissa Fenton.
So a pinch hitter comes in and is going to be Melissa Penton, seeing some time. Her first at bat here will do so with a runner on first and 2 away. Pitch on the way, fastball that misses, no, called strike. No balls and 1 strike the count. So a 1-0 offering on the way, missing downstairs. And the count knots up at 1 apiece. And Marissa Fenton seems to be replacing Sukata as the pitcher. Fenton did hit .333 on the year in waves at the off-speed pitch. The count 1-2. And now a big pitch here for Christensen because she limit the damage to only 1 as the 1-2 pitch is another off-speed, waved at and missed. And that will retire the side. So 1 run comes in on the inning. 1 hit, 2 errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the home 5th. It is a 6-0 lead for Olympic.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Home half of inning number 5 now as the Vikings find themselves trailing 6-0 to Olympic. It is going to be 9-1 and 2 due up for Big Bend, Egbert, Valverde, and Reed to face Sukata, who re-entered after Fenton came in to pinch hit for her. And the pitch on the way, swing, ground ball to the middle, going to be fumbled in the circle. Throw to first is in time. So 1-3 on the putout. And talk about efficiency. 1 pitch and 1 gone here in the home half of the 5th inning. It's going to bring back up Lindsay Valverde, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts today. again led the Vikings in the power category with 17 home runs. Pitch on the way, fastball outside, 1-0. And Wenatchee's widened their lead 6-1 over Douglas. Columbia Basin clawing back. They trail Edmonds 6-4. And Spokane still leads Mount Hood 7-4 as the 1-0 pitch is a fastball called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. LCC and Walla Walla to do battle here on field 1 at 3:30. And the 1-1 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Again, a few upsets in the making. And the number 2 seed trailing by 3 runs to the 15 seed. That's Spokane. And the 2-1 pitch swung on, grounded towards second base. Going to be played by Tasaki. Throw to first is in time. And quickly 2 gone. And now Hannah Reed to the plate. Reed 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a lineout, getting lined out hard to center field in her last at-bat. She hit the ball on the screws, but unfortunately not high enough to get anything done. And she'll take a called strike at the knees, 0-1. Sanishi waits on deck. The 0-1 pitch, beaten foul, and just out of reach in the third base coach's box, the count 0-2. So we'll see if Sukata can get this inning done in fashionable style as well. Got 3 ground outs in the 4th inning, has 2 here in the 5th. To quote Crash Davis, a little more democratic that way. And the 0-2 swing, and there's a soft liner hauled in at second, and they're going to say she caught it on the fly. So a line out to second, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base in the home 5th. We play 5 complete, 6-0 Olympic. Back in Spokane after this.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
More than 48,000 service members have been physically wounded during the military conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. An estimated 400,000 are living with the invisible wounds of war, including post-traumatic stress disorder, major depression, and traumatic brain injury. The NWAC is honored to have a Wounded Warrior Project veteran at today's games. The NWAC is rallying behind Wounded Warrior Project, a nonprofit organization whose mission is to honor and empower wounded warriors. Wounded Warrior Project connects to more than 100,000 wounded warriors, family members, and caregivers it serves with programs that empower them to live their lives on their own terms. Thanks to generous donors, WWP is proud to offer these services free of charge. To get involved and learn more, visit woundedwarriorproject.org. Please join us in recognizing the veterans in attendance and the service and sacrifice they've provided to our country.
Top half of inning number 6 has presented itself now. Olympic leading 6-0. And 2 up for Olympic will be Jamie Udd. It is 8-9-1 for the Rangers. First pitch from Christensen. Swing, line drive up the middle, a base hit. And for the second consecutive inning, Olympic leads off with a single. And they're able to bring that run around to score on a couple of errors in the last inning by the Big Bend defense. And it looks like we're going to see a runner come in. And not the quickest of runners, so instead they elect to go with Emily Tuffy. Again, Tuffy, 3 out of 4 in the stolen base category. Tommy Angelo Kukas will come to the dish now. And it looks like we are going to have a pitching change as well. The new arm coming in for the Big Bend Vikings is going to be Alyssa Ray. So we'll step away and give her a little bit to warm up back in Spokane after this. So Alyssa Ray is the new pitcher for the Big Bend Vikings. Ray with an ERA of 7.12. Made appearances in 24 games and gets the opportunity here to face Angelo Kukas in a runner on first. That's Tuffy. And the pitch on the way. Here's a good fastball on the knees, a called strike. And as of right now, 6 runs charged to the previous pitcher. That's Christensen. And book not closed on her just yet, as Tuffy at first is still her property. And the 0-1 pitch, missing outside or perhaps high, the count 1-1. Angelo Kukas today is 1 for 1 with a double, also walked in her first plate appearance. Scored on a throwing error by the catcher in inning number 4. And the 1-1 pitch outside, no, on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Boy, for those who can see me there on the camera, I'm at a very deceptive angle. And now a 1-2 count. Runner at first. Into the motion goes Ray, and a breaking ball skips away. Runner takes off for second, and she will reach on the wild pitch. So now a runner in scoring position, and the top of the order is on deck in Kylie Tasaki. So big pitch here. Good speed and scoring position for Olympic. 2-2. Swung on, grounded up the middle. It's going to advance the runner to third as a throw to first and plenty of time to get the out. So it goes down as a 6-3 put out for the first out. And that's going to bring up Kylie Tasaki. Again, Tasaki so far today is 2 for 3 with a couple of singles, also an RBI to her credit. She's stolen a base and been caught stealing once as well. We'll bat now. They runner in scoring position. Corner infielders are drawn in. See if we can get a play at the plate. And the pitch on the way, missing upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes to the Olympic second baseman. Again, Reed and Williams drawn in. And the 1-0 pitch is going to be taken right down the heart of the plate to knot the count up. 1-1. And in good position to put the 7th run of the ball game on the board is Olympic, and the 1-1 pitch way upstairs, and the count 2-1. And meanwhile, we look back around the league. Wenatchee Valley leading Douglas 6-3. And Spokane now leading Mount Hood 8-4. There's a ball beaten foul on the third base line. Really got in there and jammed the Olympic leadoff hitter. You can see her shaking her hand on her way back to the box there. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count, 1 away. Runner at first waiting on deck is Alexandra Polino. And the 2-2 on the way. Swing. There's a tapper to the mound. No, they're not going to send the runner. They will get the out, though, as the ball came into the circle. And it's a 1-3 putout for out number 2, and that's going to bring up Alexandra Polino. And Polino is 1 for 2 today with a solo home run, a pop out, and a walk to her credit. And a big insurance run on third here in the top of inning number 6. Melissa Ray through her motion, pitch on the way. Polina takes a called strike. And Polino took a 3-2 fastball deep to left center back in the first inning. And the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball in the dirt, blocked well by Barney. Nowhere to go for the runner at third. That's Tuffy. And now a 1-1 pitch due to Polino. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner. The count 1-2. Good velocity there after seeing a couple of slow pitches. And now a huge 1-2 pitch. Into her motion she goes. Swing and a foul tip back, and will ride the rails all the way back to the Olympic dugout. 1-2, the count remains. And on the year, Polino hit .374. She hit her 9th home run of the 2019 campaign today. And the 1-2 pitch, a line drive hauled in the circle by Ray. So line out to the pitcher, and they strand the leadoff single. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors in the inning, and 1 runner left on base. Home 6th coming your way, 6-0 Olympic back in Spokane after this.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Home half of inning number 6 coming your way now from the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex. 6-0 is the score, and the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for the Vikings. Sanishi, Barney, and Newbold. And to kick things off, Sanishi will take ball 1 down low. Sukata, been doing a great job in this game, has held the normally charged offensive lineup of Big Bend to 1 hit has walked a few, and the pitch on the way. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. Good effort to frame it by Nisbet, but to no avail. And Big Bend, they're down to their last 6 outs, and they're down by 6 runs. And the 1-1 pitch, showing bunt and going at it, is Sinishi, so the count being knotted up. Pardon, 2-1 the count. Again, 7th inning, Olympic will have one more chance to pad this lead, and they'll do so with their 3, 4, and 5 hitters. The 2-1 offering swung on and fouled off to the left side to knot the count up 2-2. Again, Game 2 broadcasted today will be the Lower Columbia College Red Devils and the Walla Walla Warriors. And the 2-2 offering. Swing, and there's a fly ball to fairly shallow left center. Hauling it in is Givens. And there is out number 1. It's going to bring back up Aubrey Barney, who is 0 for 1 today. Reach base on a fielder's choice. She's also drawn a walk. Stole a base back in the 3rd inning as well. As Sukata goes into her motion, pitch on the way. Barney will take on the outside corner, a called strike. Boy, the Douglas Royals closing the gap over on field 4. They now only trail the Wenatchee Valley Knights by 1 run, 6-5. And there's a ground ball toward the middle in the circle. Picked up, fired to first, is in time. So bobbled in the circle by Sukata, turns into a 1-3 putout, and now there's 2 gone here in inning number 6. Masterful performance so far by Sukata, and that's going to bring up Riley Newbold, who is 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Also drew a walk back in the 1st inning. Sukata into her motion, and the pitch on the way. Here's a quality fastball that catches the outside corner, 0-1. Well, it looks like the confidence of Sukata has just been building and building the further into this game she goes. She got into some trouble in the 1st, was able to get the Vikings to strand the bases loaded, and now knots the count up with a low off-speed pitch, 1-1. And a quick fly out and a ground out. Newbold, the hitter, with a 1-1 count. And the pitch on the way, there's another quality pitch taken on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Sukata, 1 strike away potentially from setting down the lineup in order. And the 1-2 just missing outside. You can see the reaction of Sukata. She wanted that one. As did the catcher Nesbitt, now having a good laugh with home plate umpire Kelsey Lawrence. Two the count. Swing, and there's a rocket foul to the right side. And the count remains 2-2. And 7th inning looming. Olympic with another opportunity to add on some insurance to this lead. And the 2-2 on the way in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Newbold. No, pardon, by Nesbitt. Newbold the hitter now, the 3-2 count. Waiting on deck is Taryn Matthews. 3-2 pitch outside. And that's going to be a 2-out walk. That's the first runner to reach base in 3 innings for the Big Bend Vikings. Now we'll see if they can take advantage of it, as Taryn Matthews will make her way to the plate. She is 0 for 2 today with a fly out and a ground out. Zucata into the circle. Pitch on the way. Fastball that catches the middle of the plate. A count 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Waiting on deck is Courtney Williams. And the runner on first base, Newbold, reached via the walk. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball missing outside and low to knot the count up at 1. And Newbold 8 for 8 in stolen bases this year. Stands at first, a 1-1 count. It doesn't seem like the time to try and force something as the 1-1 pitch misses high. 2-1. As the last thing you want to do when you're trying to keep momentum is get yourself run out of an inning. So it's highly unlikely we will see her get in motion. The 2-1 right down the pipe, a called strike 2. So deuces are wild here in the home half of the 6th inning. 2-2 with 2 away. Zucata into her motion. The 2-2 swung on. There's a high pop-up, and that one is going to be hauled in by the shortstop, Vincent on the run. And that is how the 6th inning will come to an end. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the 7th inning. It is a 6-0 lead for Olympic. Back after this.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College. We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence. I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership.
I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Back now, 7th inning underway here as Olympic has one more chance to pad this lead going into the home 7th, and they're going to have their 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Nesbitt, Vincent, and Clark, due up. Meanwhile, the Spokane Sasquatch has widened the lead 11-6 over Mount Hood as the first pitch from Alyssa Ray is going to miss high and perhaps outside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. So far today, Michelle Nesbitt is 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Struck out once and grounded out. And takes inside. 2 balls and no strikes. And all 6 of those runs were earned and charged to Bailey Christensen. And the 2-0 pitch. Good fastball that catches the knees. Called strike 1. And Ray came in during the 5th inning after Christensen had surrendered the leadoff hit to Michelle Nesbitt. And 3-1. Swing, and there's a high fly ball to deep center field. Chasing it back. Warning track. Wall. That ball is gone. Adios, pelota. And Olympic widens their lead to 7 on the 7th home run hit by Nesbitt this season. And right off the bat, you couldn't tell, but once he got caught up in the wind out there in center, was a true, absolute true shot to center. It's going to widen the lead to 7-0, and that'll bring up Natasha Vincent. And Vincent, the shortstop today, is 1 for 3, has herself a solo home run as well as a couple of strikeouts to her credit. And that run will be charged to Ray, and the pitch on the way. Vincent takes a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Again, Vincent, 307 hitter here in the 7th inning, and her 0-1 offering is going to be fouled straight back. The count 0-2. Ray way ahead of the hitter. And it looks like we are in for an upset here, as the 11 seed is in prime position to take down the 6 seed. The 0-2 offering from Ray just outside, and the count 1-2. What it looked like, Vincent was expecting an off-speed pitch. Instead, she got a fastball and froze on it. Luckily for her, it was outside. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And down goes Vincent for out number 1. It's the 3rd time she has fanned in this contest, so she does have a home run, but also the hat trick to her name. Now Taylor Clark will bat. The 3rd baseman today is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. And grounds this one toward the middle. Played on the backhand at second, and the throw is way late. And we'll see if they rule that a base hit or an error. And it looks like official score is going to say it's a base hit. So that is the first hit of the day for Clark. So 1 away, runner at first, and that's going to bring up Shania Nesbitt. Nesbitt today is 1 for 3, but that one hit is also a solo shot. Pitch on the way, takes a quality fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. And you take a look at some of these stats for Ray. ERA just above 7. So the fastball misses outside to knot up the count, 1-1. And the runner on first, Clark, does have 5 stolen bases on the year. And the 1-1 pitch just below the knees, 2-1. Has some good prime location too, especially with 2 strikes. Yeah, most of Olympics wins this year came from very low-scoring affairs. You don't see the offensive booming stats that you see most of these teams in the tournament with. And if you want an example of it, as a team, they hit 349. And the 3-1 pitch, swung on, grounded towards second. Play, they go to second. No, overthrowing the shortstop. That time is going to be Newvold, and that one has to undoubtedly be ruled an error. So everybody is safe on the error. And now this is the opportunity that Olympic needs in order to pad this lead. And it's going to be Kyler Sukata, the pitcher, who has pitched a dandy of a ball game. As a matter of fact, looking back over my stat book, she has held the heavy-hitting Vikings to only 1 hit. Pitch from Ray. Called strike. Count 0-1. In the home seventh, the Vikings will have their 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up to face Sukata. And the 0-1 pitch. Off speed, that just misses. So count knots up at 1-1 on a quality off-speed pitch. Just a little too low. And the 1-1. Fastball, that one a little higher, catches the strike zone. 1-2. And an opportunity for 1 out, a hitter ago. Instead, the second baseman Newbold underhands over the head of Valverde at short. And the 1-2. Swung on and tapped foul behind home plate. 1-2, the count remains. One away, and that was the strikeout of Vincent. Sakota has struck out twice. Was actually hit for in inning number 5 by Fenton. Throw to second is in time, but the tag was not there. So quality throw by Barney. Caught a lot of people off guard. The count now 2-2. But Melissa Fenton, who hit in the 5th inning for Sukata, also went down on strikes. 2-2 pitch. Swing, and there's a line drive to center, and it's going to drop. The throw to second is not in time, and the bases are going to be loaded on the single of Sukata. Third hit this inning as Olympic continues to pour it on. It's going to give Jamie Utt an opportunity with the bases loaded. When you take a look at team slugging percentage for Olympic, a grand total of .556. A lot of extra base hits for both of these teams through the course of the season, and there's a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And Ray inherited a runner back in the 6th, was able to get out unscathed. Has given up 1 run so far in this half inning. And the pitch on the way, swung on. There's a ground ball right in front of the circle. The flip to home is in time to get the force out. So reaching base on the fielder's choice is Utt. And that's going to bring up Tommy Angelo Kukas. So that's a huge out right there. They didn't get the double play they're hoping for, but now they're a little bit closer to neutralizing this threat. Pitch on the way. Down low, ball 1. Sukata. Runner at second. Nisbet at third and Utt at first. 1 ball, no strikes, swing. There's a ground ball toward the middle. Valverde is going to take it to second herself, 6 unassisted. And that is how the 7th inning will come to an end. So 1 run comes in on the inning, 3 hits, 1 error, and 3 runners left on base. It's do or die time for the Vikings. Back in Spokane after this.
We see you. Be your resourceful self at Clark College. We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
So home half of inning number 7 coming your way now. A 7-0 lead for Olympic College. It's the 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up for the Vikings. It's going to be Courtney Williams, Chance Barg, and Dakota Egbert due up. And Sukata going for a complete game shutout here. She's only allowed 1 hit, and that was back in the first inning. And the pitch on the way, there's a off-speed pitch that misses down below the knees. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, a win here, an Olympic will go on to face either Edmonds or Columbia Basin. Gets a called strike there in the meaty part of the plate. 1-1 the count. And we take another look around the rest of the sports complex after the pitch. The 1-1 swung on, and that pitch is lined hard to foul territory and right. Edmonds currently leads the Columbia Basin Hawks. And actually, that's a final score right there. Edmonds beats Columbia Basin by a score of 7-6. And Spokane took down Mount Hood 11-7. So the 15 seed takes out the number 2. And there's a ground ball foul shot down the first baseline. So 1-2, the count remains. Wenatchee Valley also in upset position. 7-5 over Douglas. That game in the bottom of the 6th inning. And 1-2, no outs here in the bottom 7th. Lower Columbia College and Walla Walla will dig their spikes into the field. Approximately a half hour after the conclusion of this game. Sukata into her motion, the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. And Spokane with a huge upset. And Edmonds able to take down Columbia Basin. The Hawks led most of that game, and this ball's beaten towards short. It's going to be played easily by Vincent, thrown to Ut in time, and there's 1 gone. Vikings down to their last 2 outs. Going to bring up Chance Barg. And a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Hunter Duke coming in. Hunter Duke, a freshman this year. Take a look. She's hit .237, had 4 RBI, no home runs. Only had 9 hits in total. Replacing Chance Barg, who will finish the day 0 for 2 with a ground out and reach on a fielder's choice. So Duke into the right-handed batter's box. Sukata in motion. Pitch on the way. Swung on and beaten towards second. And be played easily by Tasaki, and there's 2 down. So now the life of the A bracket Vikings lies in the hands of Dakota Egbert, who's 0 for 2 today. And Sukata looking down the barrel of a 1-hit shutout here in the first round. Pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled straight back. The count 0-1. Winner of this game is going to face the Edmonds Tritons. And A brackets Games will continue here on Field 1 today. It's the 0-1 taken outside, 1-1. And games will start tomorrow at 10 a.m. with B bracket matchups. So the 1-1 is on the way. Swing and a miss, strike two. Quality breaker. 1 ball and 2 strikes as Big Ben finds themselves down to their last strike here in the opening round. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher, and there will be a throw, but nowhere close on the timing. So reaching on the drop third strike is Egberts, and here comes Lindsey Valverde. So 2 away. Funnier things have happened in the sport of softball. Valverde 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. First pitch, a fastball catching the outside corner, 0-1. Got a quality 2-strike pitch. Unfortunately, the catcher, Nisbet, not able to keep it in front of her. Reaching on the drop third strike is Egberts in the 0-1 pitch. Oh, another quality fastball. This one just off the plate, 1-1. And in line for the loss is Christensen. The 1-1 pitch outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sukata settling back in, has pitched a beauty thus far. And the 2-1. Swung on, that ball is flied into shallow right, and making the basket catch is Nesbitt, and that is the ball game. Our final score here on Field 1 is 7-0, a one-hit shutout for Sukata, and they will advance to play the Edmonds Tritons. That game will be on Field 5 tonight at 5 p.m. So again, our final score, we take a look, 7-0 in favor of Olympic. On behalf of Northwestern Athletic Conference, I am Wes Tucker, and we'll see you in a little bit.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Baden, the official ball of you.
Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports, and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more.